Hey guys, it's May 2023. This is your monthly home and market update. I wanted to update you on what's happening in the market. We had some news come out this week talking about inflation numbers coming down. Likewise, I spent a couple of weeks this month engaged in a national conference about economic forecasts, and at this conference that I was a part of, the top economists, professors, and business leaders in the country all gave their essentially their input on where the economy is and where we're going. And what was fascinating about this is that almost without exception, these economists are seeing that we're headed for a recession. And in fact, it was said in the conference a couple of times that this will be the most anticipated and the most expected recession of all time. It seems that there's not an economist in the country who doesn't see this recession coming because of what the Fed has done in raising interest rates so fast. Now, before I scare you, if you've been watching, the input or the content that we've been doing for the past couple of months, I've been expecting this recession for quite a while. I've been talking about this recession for quite a while. The question at this point is, how is it going to affect you, and how can you navigate it so that it actually plays into your advantage? And so the first thing we want to look at, some of the details about what's happening in the economy right now. And so on your screen, I've got a graph that shows the current state of credit card debt and personal savings on average in America right now. And so if you're looking at this, essentially this is going back to 2018, and it's showing how much credit card debt Americans have had. And what was interesting is that from 2018 until the pandemic, we were seeing credit card debt rising anyway. Then the pandemic hits and all of the government stimulus kicks in, and people are able to pay their credit cards back down. The problem is that since the stimulus stopped, people have not stopped spending. And so they're dipping into their personal savings, they're using credit cards to continue the lifestyle that they got used to on the government stimulus. And this is putting us in a kind of a scary situation on a personal debt situation. Likewise, going to the next chart, this next graph shows consumer expectations in terms of anticipating buying big ticket items, and that would be things like cars, boats, houses, second houses, all of those big items that pour a lot of money into the market. And what this is showing is that we've reached a point that is lower than even in the 80s, where people are saying, we're not going to buy anything in the near future. We're not buying a new house. We're not buying a new car. We're not buying a second home or a boat or any of those kinds of things. And of course, this points us towards economic slowdown because of the way things are right now. It's just not affordable with high interest rates and high inflation like we've had. And so that's why we're starting to see the economy contract and slow down at a pretty aggressive level. Just this week, we got new inflation data for consumer and producer price indexes, and both of those are falling off a cliff. Inflation peaked in November of last year, and since then they are just dropping like a rock. Now again, this is pointing us towards recession. And again, if you've been watching any of my videos over the past couple of months, you know that recessions generally are a good thing for real estate. And where I'm in mortgages and real estate, that's why this is what I talk about. But if you look historically, what usually happens when we hit recession is people stop spending money. That slows inflation down, and when inflation comes down, interest rates come down with it. And so this is where we start to talk about how you can benefit from what's going to happen throughout the rest of this year. Now, a lot of people, when they hear about recessions, they worry. They're like, oh no, here we go, 2008 all over again, because it was such a painful recession. But what most people don't understand is that recessions are actually a good thing for real estate. This graph is showing that over the past 50 years, every time we've had a recession, it has caused interest rates to fall. And going to the next graph, this one shows you that during a recessionary period, home values actually typically will go up. In fact, 8 of the last 9 recessions have caused home values to increase. And the reason this happens again is because of the lower interest rates, right? As interest rates fall, home ownership becomes more affordable, more people come to the market, and when you have more buyers buying the houses that we have, values go up. Now, to capitalize on this, the past year we have seen a record level of demand for housing. We just don't have affordability. Home prices are high, interest rates are high. People just can't afford, even though they need and want to buy the homes. But what will happen is that this will shift. When interest rates fall, everybody's going to come back to the market, and that's what's going to push home values back up. And so if you're a homeowner, likely if you're watching this, you're probably in retirement or about to retirement. And so specifically for you, the way this is going to affect you is it's going to push up your home's value. That may not happen until later this year or early next year. I could see it happening as early as September, October of this year, but probably late this year, early next year, we'll start to see that home prices recovering and actually pushing higher. But the nice thing also is that when those interest rates come down, we'll be watching for opportunities to help you improve your mortgage so that you can save money, access more of your home's equity if you need it, and offset those situations that may be causing you to likewise have to live on credit card to make it from month to month. And so hope you're doing great. If you have any questions on this or anything else, let me know. Otherwise, stay tuned. We'll keep you posted as those interest rates get back down into the 5 and even 4% range where it could really be a benefit to you. All right. Have a good one. Have a good weekend. We'll see you.